So I've just walked about 6 kilometers. It's pretty fucking sweaty. The wind's been very windy, but it hasn't affected anything. The glue's held. I'm sweating quite a lot, but nothing's moving. The wind would end up flopping it back, right, you'd think? I mean, I'm not jumping out of a plane and going terminal velocity or anything, but it's been very windy. If my hair was brushed forward, it would blow back, and it would act like a hinge, right? It would be leverage to pull the hairline back. But given that I'm kind of aerodynamic at the moment, it's not really been a problem. $470 today. I've just returned from my 6 kilometre walk, got my blood taken out, 470 mils of it, and now I'm going to look in the mirror and see the damage after walking all that way and getting fluffed around by the wind and stuff. Not too bad. If this had been longer, it would have fluffed out to the side, but because it's short, there's no way for it to flare out really. And as you saw in a previous video, if you paid attention to the previous videos, after the haircut from the hairdresser, I went ahead and shaved that even shorter, and foolishly probably cut those things a bit angular. When I just watched myself back in the video that I've just scheduled for another premiere, which I'm doing now, I realised I was talking about this buffy bit at the back, which should conform to the head more, and I do agree with that. But that's for people who don't have a chin that goes. Also, because I've had 2 sinus operations, my nose has been all fucked around and stuff. It's still not. I've got to have the air conditioner running so I can get that cold air in there, and because I'll congest and stuff. And when it's hot, my brain, I'm thinking, I haven't heard this from any medical documents or doctors or anybody else, but my theory is that I get hot-headed when it's hot, but I'm actually angry, you know, if it's hot and I can't breathe, this all closes up and all crams in. I suspect that the sinuses, when you're breathing in through your nose, you're cooling the underside of the brain, well, the area that's around the brain, right? If it's all hot in here and congested and everything, your brain's going to be hot and you're not going to be thinking clearly. And so just imagine having the sniffles, right? It's just going to be all congested, and it's like, don't ask me your maths questions. So I love having cold air on my head. I don't mind having my body nice and warm, but I want my head cold. Not to the point that if I breathe, I'll die. You know, like Chicago weather. That's gotta go. So I'm glad I did the 6 kilometre walk. And when I went to Subway, I didn't eat, but I did have a big Coke Zero after 2 coffees on the way, and probably a couple of coffees here. And probably a can of Coke when I first woke up. So, caffeine. So, I was sitting down for at least an hour after I got there, because I got there pretty early, just eyeing all the hot ass, eyeing all the hot tail that was walking down the street in front of my eyes, you know, as I just sat there drinking my Coke Zero, listening to podcasts that my cousin had recommended to me, all comedies and skeptic stuff and atheist stuff, learning how to mock religion a bit more. So that's definitely got to go, right? But I've had it for years, right? And at one point I was like, this was my actual face, like, I was walking around like that, my armpits were like, all the time, like just getting out of the car, I was like, oh, exhausted, right? I still am exhausted constantly, but using the orbital thing that I've got, which is like ski stocks with my feet going like that, oh God, this feels nice. can't believe how gay that just looked. If I ever want to look gay, well, I probably naturally do anyway. Just do that dance. This is the gay. I'm calling this dance the gay. The gay. Totally listen to me. Oh my god, it's amazing. Okay, ready? You just get the ski stuck, one in each hand, one in the other, and just pull on one and pull on the other. Just pull, pull, tug, 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 tug. And it works a lot better if you're moving your knees back and forward. It really makes the buttocks go up and down as you do it. So left, right, left, right, left, right. I'll do it while rotating. Ready? Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Probably better and slower. More sensual. Oh, sorry. Broke into straight there for a second. Oh, God. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. How's that? Turn on? Bag it. Have you ever seen Falling Down? It's the best movie ever. There's gonna be a big buff nigga right behind you just like this. You like that, huh? You like that, you fucking faggot fuck? Think about it. Think about it. I can't know who that actor was. It's the same with Michael Douglas. And he walks in for safety into this army disposal store because he's sort of hiding from the cops. But I think he also wants to buy some guns and shit. But I think he ends up just fucking killing the dude and stealing the weapons as well. You might know how many kites we're fucking killing with this thing? Think about it! So politically incorrect, it's amazing. Like, I was talking to my cousin today about South Park, how they get away with this. How are they not killed? Because I could be killed for my most recent video, and just saying what I just said, which is a quote from a movie, I didn't make it up. I didn't make up homophobia, I didn't make up sexism, and I didn't make up fucking atheism. I mean, I was on my knees all the time. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Right? Sprinkling holy fucking juices all over my face, constantly. But he never came. I mean, he never appeared. He never answered the call. And I was suicidal and I needed comfort. But Mother Mary never came to me. Let it be, and not words of wisdom. Get up your ass and fucking do something, entertain the gods, and then maybe they'll love you. They're words of wisdom. Start a war or something. You know, as I said in the previous video, be entertaining. It's probably better if you start the Olympics rather than a war. But then you get drug cheats and people crying and shit. Countries feeling devastated that their team lost. That's what sport's about, so you can vicariously live through your team. But what has happened to sport anyway? People just move around depending on the paycheck. So why do you still barrack for them anymore? What if most of your team members have gone to all different clubs? What was this idea of the flag and the team? The lady who served me at reception at the blood bank, she has a Bulldogs Premier's 2016 tattoo on her forearm. And she's like a doctor. No, she's not a doctor, but she's in the industry, like, it doesn't matter either way. Like, I went to the fucking Britney Spears concert 2005. What the fuck? Like everything I do in life, I'll just write it on my fucking body. Like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That's great prep, right? Let me try the numbers. Wait, count up 10 in units, right? Then from there you go in tens. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then you start going in hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. That's most of this side, depending on whether or not you get one of those people who engrave your name onto a grain of rice. Because they'd be good at it. I mean, how cool would that be? A tattoo that you need a magnifying glass to see what it is. Or, it looks like an image from a distance, but you go close in, it's like really detailed. until you get a bit older and it's just a smudged version of whatever the fuck it was supposed to be, because tattoos after a while, because your body is trying to get rid of ink from it. But it doesn't quite manage, it's just a spludge by the end. And I've got to say, women in bikinis look great, right? The ones with tattoos on it, it's like, why did you do that to yourself? Oh, it's an elf, do you like it? No. It just looks like a black splodge on a perfect fucking... You fucked it. You fucked it now, and you especially fucked it when you're a grandmother. You've got this little elf thing where you show it to your grandkids, oh, look at what I got. Jesus. Blasphemy. I used to be a bit of a soldier of God. I used to think, oh, why don't we just go around killing people who are blasphemous? Sacrilegious. Why would they be like that? Why are they not pious? Don't they know that God is watching and judging and they'll go to hell? Wait, that's not God's fault that they go to hell, is it? That's Satan's fault that they go to hell, isn't it? God would not make people go to hell. Satan would, that's right, but I thought God was all-powerful. Couldn't he stop Satan from doing that? Oh, they don't want to pollute heaven with all the assholes. We spoke about this in the previous episode. They don't like assholes in heaven. If you read the Quran, the 76, 72, I probably should look up how many exactly there are supposed to be. I don't know where they get that number from. They don't have assholes. It's clearly written. No anus and shiny. Probably no burkas, okay? We're in paradise at this point, so... Yeah. So, I did feel, given that I was surrounded by heaps of people going straight into the city with my walking, that I was getting more glances from women than I normally would. Because of this hairstyle. The brush back look is the look of success or something, right? And I highly recommend it if you can get a good front hairline, which basically entails get a new hairpiece, put it on, and keep it brushed back every day so it doesn't flop around. I was going through some massive wind as well. That's why I was expecting when I just looked up in the mirror just now, there'd be a huge amount of fluff everywhere, right? Now, it's fluffed up and around a bit, of course, especially probably the back, where there's no hair product left because it's been bombarded by wind and stuff. I haven't touched it. I haven't put my hands on my head all day or anything. Probably sticking up a bit too much at this point. I've got to teach you something about a tiny lens. Like you are. See how big this is? That's much bigger than you are. See that little dot at the tip of this lid inside? That is how big you are. And compare that to the size of my face. So if I come closer and you see my fucking bags in my eyes and my nose and the lighting and everything, you can probably, wow, it's got some better focus now that it wants to show how fucking ugly I am. You see up my nostrils? Look at that. Look at those fucking deep bags of homelessness that I've accrued. That's wisdom, motherfuckers. I'm not gonna let them go. I will. As soon as it gets a little juvenile, I'm gonna inject that shit. End up like a fucking... Hello, I look much better now. So I told you I'd make myself look beautiful. Get some fucking injections, get some transplants and shit. Get some injections in here. Oh, so nice to see you. So nice to see you guys. Sit down, make yourselves at home. Yeah. Fuck, you're better off being fucking naturally ugly than dull beautiful. Don't you think? Because I don't think the hair looks doll-like. That was the fear in the beginning, right? That's your fear in the beginning, I'm sure. Who was a fucking toupee? Old men, where it's all askew and you can see the grey hair sticking out the back and shit of this perfectly dark brown or black hairpiece that is not on straight. Why the fuck would I ever do that to myself? Might as well get injections in my face, which I'm still considering doing because I've seen Juvederm look natural. It just puffs out a little bit. It's not like bovine juice or whatever the fuck that shit's called, where it just paralyzes you so you don't get wrinkles because you can't ever smile. So your smile looks like this. But it would be nice to get rid of some of that shit. And I think a major thing that would help me, in particular, look better in the face, less nasolabial folds, is to lose fucking all of this shit and just get a nice clean jawline. Can I just ask, do my ears look the same? My left and right ears, do they look symmetrical to you? Or am I a bit skewed? I think everyone's a little bit skewed. I mean, look, if I pull my ears up, I can't even pull this ear out as much as this ear. I'm like two people sewn together. That's, you know how big sticky hat, the ex-Prime Minister of Australia had ears like this. Geez, you'd pin him back, wouldn't you? You just, alright, I can improve this guy. Just push him back in. Not like a seal. Or you know, you don't want to have, like, smooth, like a guy called Chopper Reed, who was a gangster from Australia. Passed him in the street once. You can tell it's him because he has no ears, and then he was signing axes and swords at the local pub back in Sydney. And so that same day that I thought I'd seen him, I later saw him signing blades and shit from those people from the western suburbs. Not safe looking people. They'd come to see their fucking messiah, right? Been in jail for years. Fucking crazy stories, man. So I think the brushed back look has succeeded on day 2. I don't like the buff at the back, but how would I contour the front into the back if it was really low? So I don't know the solution for that. Also, there's hair gel like this. That would hold still, but then that's sort of stuff that if you just do that with your hair, it starts flaking off and shit. But if you never touch it, it might be alright. But you can never fix your hair if it becomes wind blown or something. So you'd use that and then that kind of thing. It's like you get a you use a holder that holds your hair in position. And this is like the stay there, bitch spray. And then don't touch it for the rest of the day. And don't get caught looking in the mirror like some fucking bitch in the street. Because everyone wants to shoot those bitches in the fucking head. Most of them get shot as well. Rightfully so. Selfie motherfuckers. Even though I'm fucking selfieing myself incessantly at you. But that's not for me to have you admire me. I'm trying to teach you some shit. Okay? This is how you pose. Just saw a bit of Married at First Sight. Fucking insane. The girl walks down the aisle like this. Oh my god, I'm better than all of these people, right? Fucking, oh my god, fucking strangle a bitch, right? And then she gets up to the aisle and she says, "Hi, I'm Jordan, nice to meet you." Because he's about to marry her in the next 10 seconds. And she says, Yeah, we can lose the eyebrow ring now. That's her first words to her new husband, who happens to be an ex-stripper. They seem sort of a little bit appropriate for one another, but he's more of a down-to-earth country guy with a beautiful big smile and seems to wear his heart on his sleeve and everything, so we like him, but not this fucking snobby bitch. Yeah, I think my eyes are my best asset, so I think we should just like, my dream guy is somebody who would just like love me and just see how beautiful I am on the outside and like, you know, like inside. Fucking bitch. You want to go around killing all women? No, just most of them. Normal, isn't it? If I could be bothered. But if I happen to pass one in the street, I might just go, I need to get the traffic lights. Guys, I don't really care about. There are asshole guys in the world. There are even guys who would actually, you know, hurt women. They make me sick. Right? So, no, but I haven't actually hurt a woman, except my sister, when I was a kid. But when my height went like that, I stopped. And I went taller than her. And I didn't ever hurt her anymore. Before that, I was like, seriously, she had scratch marks when she was younger. And I'm watching some of my younger relatives, like 4 and 2-year-olds, just like going up to other kids in the playground and just going, what is it about humans that makes them just go violence, right? I don't even know what's violence. Like sometimes, you know, you go to say, hello, darling, scratch your face, like, she's entertained by it. We give her the reaction. She can now interact with the world without having to learn how to talk. Like, use your words. I don't care, they just want to fucking smash things. They're proud of their destruction, right? When they're finger painting, they're not making art, they're trying to destroy the paper with this fucking ink. And that's what you're looking at. You're looking at a fucking, this is what my child did at school today. Yes, it looks very violent. Oh, we go. Alright? That's what they've done to the page, these children. They're violent. Very violent. By default, they're violent humans. You've got to train yourself to calm the fuck down, which we all happen to seem to be able to do, even while driving. Sometimes you can hold it in. And I'm glad I'm not filmed while reading some of the comments that some of the people write, asking the same questions over and over and over again. Everything's cool, everything's sweet. We're all friends here. But yeah, you just start with the gel if you really want to try that. And I might have to because this is fucking pissing me, and that's fine. Just a little bit miscut, right? Let's cut that down a bit. Liposuction the shit out of that. Or walk 6Ks a day. It's a long walk, man. 6Ks. In jeans as well. Wasn't too hot though, I was lucky. I checked the weather, it was 22 degrees. Not too bad. And shorts don't suit me. Shorts don't suit anyone. I mean, they can. Like, there are fit dudes who've got tanned and they're fucking, like, they've got fucking Barbara tattooed to the side of their fucking torso. It goes Barbara down the fucking muscles. Shit, now it's showing. These guys are all very single. Let's more like this. Hey, babe. You alright? Yeah, nice to see you too, mate. Yeah, see you next weekend. Right? Right? They're fucking big. Fucking walk like that. They gotta bounce in their step because they know they can annihilate every motherfucking last one of these fucking assholes who gets in their fucking way. Yeah, see you too. Nice to see you too, right? But there's no real entertainment in going to the gym. I mean, you get in trouble for checking out a girl's ass, right? that's all you go for, especially the yoga class where they do the fucking dog thing. What is it? Doggy fucking just get in the fucking hole position. They do. Tie themselves into a pretzel for your viewing pleasure. I don't know what. I've got to go. Something just came up. No, I should probably be with a woman one day, and then I'll get over all of this angst, this testosterone that's built up inside. Maybe go to church or something. Learn to suppress it, right? Like a priest. So, think about how much you love God to choose to become a priest. I tell you what, it's hard sometimes. It truly is. Why to do it, man? We thank you for being the pious one who doesn't get laid. But why would you choose to put your dick in a vice and squeeze it as hard as you can? And I don't think you're even allowed to masturbate. Or is it just like you gotta fucking chastise yourself while you're flogging yourself? Was it? Which you probably become a bit ambidextrous from all the fucking action every time you did it. I'd find it distracting personally, but they must learn to associate crucifixion and violence and all that sort of stories like fire and brimstone. Oh, crucifixion, and they nailed his hands into the crucifix. Right, that fucking oh, it's memories, right? It's like some lady one time, like your ex-girlfriend's mum when you were a kid, who was a hot MILF, and in your imagination, or maybe in real life, she came up and just went, oh. I knew you'd like that. And walks away and her apron has nothing on underneath. And you're like, so that's what it's like for the priests reading about fire and brimstone and stuff, because it just reminds them that the fucking whip is ready in the preparation chambers. The little Tommies waiting with the chalice. So that's my summary of brush back hair after day 2. I hope you learned something.